No. You guys, thanks for hanging in there. We were having technical issues. Somehow we were all on a different channel. Luckily, Dion told me that this was going on. I just thought nobody showed up. Hold on just a sec. Oh,
Hello.
good. Hi, everybody. Oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened.
Well, we
Can
see
you all
you
hear
now.
me?
Yes, and what a gorgeous color.
Thank you, Cheryl.
You look beautiful and radiant.
Aw, thank you. All this coconut water I'm downing. I sure would like a piece of pizza, but that's not in the cards right now.
I was wondering how that was going, and you just answered it.
Yep, got a few more weeks before I can do any solid food. So, but it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. So how's that going?
Great.
Hey, Robert. All right, Cheryl, good to hear your voice. Dion, you're here. Oh my goodness, you night owl, you. Yay. All right, well look, let's Hey Jermaine. And
hello.
Hi. Lance, is that you? All right. Okay, well, look. Yeah. Okay, well, let's get down to it. We're going to do something fun. We're going to count how many beans. Whoever gets the closest score gets this mailed to them. Ooh.
Oh.
Macadamia nuts with chocolate. Oh, yes. This is the cat's meow.
Should we write it?
Yes. Oh, yes.
In the chat. So so just give it your best guess. And remember, you don't want to think about it. You have two numbers bouncing around in your head, you're thinking too much. Just let yourself ask your higher knowing and trust that answer. It'll be a quieter answer. Okay. You can just write it in the chat, pretty please. It's not on site. Anybody else want to guess? You got nothing to lose by putting a guess in. All right. The answer is, hold on. 524. And that means, looking like Robert, you are the closest. Is that true? Lance. You know, I tend to go, I think technically it's whoever's the closest underneath and not over. I think that's how the game goes. So Robert, that means you're the winner. You get a box of, woo, chocolate covered macadamia nuts. And all of your guesses actually were really good because you tried. So yay, good job everybody. So Before we do today's sharing, does anybody have a dream or anything that they need to, that they really want to talk about or share so that we can maybe cover it today? Anybody? Or anybody need any healing? We can do 300 folks. Don't be shy. This is family time. You can be shy, but still talk. How's that? No sharing? Everybody's good? No dreams? Hey, Jaquel, good to see you. Shikwa, thanks for joining.
Evening.
Okay. Alrighty, so I'd like us to do 3 Anabacoics together. And let's put all of our names in the pot. And would anybody like to add anybody else to our 3 Anabacoics?
The masters, of course.
Wonderful. Yes, of course. Thank you, Buffett. Else? Me?
The Living Soul family.
Okay. Sounds good. Anybody else?
Yeah, let's do one more for Raj Cat Peaches. She mentioned something to me about a cat, and I told her to ask Master, and Master said the cat transitioned. So she told me that the other day.
Yeah, and he shared some really interesting things about cats. They're very evolved beings. So let's put Peaches in. I'm gonna put my Loki in, our Loki, who got attacked by a stray cat and is recovering from internal bleeding. I'm gonna put Loki in the circle. So, anybody else? Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll do 3 Anabacoics. Let's hold our breath for 1 minute first to do a reboot. Okay, and here we go. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and do our 3 Anabacoics. There we go. If you could take yourself off of mute and share your beautiful voice, I would appreciate it. Here we go.
Before it gets you after me, guys, it gives you like your opportunities to talk about of the Department of Government to make Shikados Paratu Halata Kike Chapane to Greg Dushate Shabata Nukabel Ushmat Zakata Gedeta
Yavatanu kebel ushmat zakatanu. Yodeta amud baruch shem kavod malkutu. Leolam vayit.
So, Derek,
Yes.
I have a question. I want to personally thank someone on this line who helped me with that prayer, and he know who he is. I was asked to do a prayer for the masters, and I didn't have it down pat, but Brother Ashi called me and said, "You're gonna do this." In a week, I had it, and ever since then, it's been like straight up. I had to give it to him. I had to give it to him. I can't let him get past it. Even though I said it before, but I got to give it to him publicly. This is the master when it comes to that prayer. So, thank you, Brother Rashid.
Thank you, my honor and pleasure.
Thank you, Rashid. And Rashid, you received the blessing of Dharma when you help somebody like that. So, and I appreciate Robert acknowledging you. So, thank you. Thank you to both of you. So what I'm going to do is I'd like you to all close your eyes, and I'm going to tell you a story, just a short story. If you're wearing your glasses, it'd be great if you could take them off. There's a deity that a lot of Tiber people feel a deep connection to, that the masters don't talk about as much, but we touch on her, and that is Kuan Yin. What I'd like you to do is just close your eyes. Kuan Yin came from a very, very wealthy family. She was wanted for nothing. And if you hear sounds in the background, just allow them to be in the background. Kuan Yin, all she wanted to do was to be a nun. She just wanted to be in a monastery. And her father was very strict as a ruler in his kingdom. And he said, only if you can do your work very, very quickly will I let you do that. And so they gave Kuan Yin so much work, there was no way she could finish it. They gave her sweeping and washing floors and washing the windows, and cleaning the altars, everything you can imagine, scrubbing clothes, everything she was to take care of. Friends. And the animals came to her and said, Kuan Yin, we will help you. And so all the animals picked up the brooms and the little cleaning cloths and the dishes, and they cleaned everything. And by the end of the day, her work was done. And her family could not believe it. But after this happened time again and time again and time again, after completing all the work in a day, which should have taken a week, Kuan Yin Pusa was given permission to go to the monastery. Now, this is very similar to our Cinderella story that we know in the West. So Kuan Yin was ushered off to an island, a remote island, to become a nun. And years of being on this island, she was told that her father was blind. Monks showed up at the monastery and said the king is looking for somebody to donate eyes so that he can run his country. Would anybody be interested in ruling? Or in donating eyes? Well, Kuan Yin being already an evolved, compassionate soul, volunteered to give her fathers her eyes. Now, the father did not know that it was his daughter. All he knew was somebody had decided to donate their eyes for the higher good. So you can imagine, after this happened, and she literally donated her eyes, gave away her eyes. Now the king has sight. And they find out, the king and the queen find out that it is their beloved daughter, the one that they were not so kind to. It was the person that actually did this. They were brought to their knees that this happened, cracked open their heart. And in that moment that she did that she was compassionate in the true sense of the word. Compassion with action. This is what Kuan Yin Shi Pusa represents. That she became enlightened, fully enlightened. So let's flash forward now to the present. And we're going to go to the land of Taiwan. And Taiwan is a very special place. Not only did it used to belong to China, thousands of years ago, in the southeast of China, but each region of China and Asia has a deity that represents that area. And in Taiwan, hello Cheryl, we're talking about the story of Kuan Yin. So Kuan Yin is the regent goddess of Taiwan, particularly in Taipei. Staying in Taiwan, if you're lucky enough, when I was there was a woman who had a beautiful Kuan Yin altar, huge. If you looked into some of these windows, you would see big screen TVs, but in this one, there was this beautiful altar of Kuan Yin Shi Pusa, and a woman bowing at the altar, praying to her. And the woman that was my hostess was the one caretaking Kuan Yin Shi Pusa in the building I was staying in. So every night when I would turn off my lights, I would see this beautiful glowing red light coming from the altar in the other high rise, maybe 17, 20 feet high, floors high. And in this one, in the other room, was a beautiful altar of Kuan Yin, but of a living being, highly evolved in this world. And I'd like you to all close your eyes. Just imagine who that being could be. That is Kuan Yin Shi Pusa incarnate now in our times. I want you to see a red flowing robe, a bald head, very happy eyes, wearing a Tibetan Buddhist robe, laughing. And I want you to see who you see, who could be Kuan Yin living right now, literally. Who do you see? I give you a clue. He's connected to Tibet, but he does not live there.
Dalai Lama.
That's right. So when you go to Taiwan, it is just assumed, everybody knows that Kuan Yin Shi Pusa, which means teacher, Pusa, is the Dalai Lama. And if you look at the Dalai Lama and most statues of Kuan Yin, they look identical. And Master has told us the Dalai Lama is one of the most evolved beings in the world. So what I'd like to do today is I would like, because the Dalai Lama just celebrated his 85th birthday, I would like to share his favorite mantra with you. What does mantra mean? It's a Sanskrit word. What does it mean? Mantra.
Wheel? No.
Wheel means mandala, but you're on the right track, Dion. Mantra. Let's write this down. So as we talk about mantra, I want you to all just imagine, I know you already know this, but we're just going to share. I don't know why it's not letting me share here. There we go. So let's just have you write down the word mantra if you have paper with you. And we're just going to break it up into 2 words. God will forgive me. It's just not letting me write this, so we're just gonna have to. There we go. Mantra. It comes from 2 words, man and try. Man means person, and try means to free from. So every time we say a mantra, we free ourselves from our human mind. And what I love about this mantra that is the favorite of the Dalai Lama is you can feel the action of it. So is the miracle prayer too loud in the background for you all? Should I turn it
No.
Okay, great. So let's just write this mantra down because it's very easy to put to music. So it's just Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Swaha. Or in Tibetan, we would say Soha.
Soha.
Right? So the Dalai Lama would say, Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha. So let's just try the first part. Om Tare. Ready? Let's do that together. Om Tare.
Tare Tu
Tare. Good. Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha. Let's try that. Om
Tare Tu Tare
Ture
Soha.
Good. Alrighty, so let's have you each say that. Let's start with you, Robert.
Om Tate Du Tate Soha. I left
Good.
that.
Good. Let's all just go Om.
Om.
Good. Tare.
Tare
Tare.
Tu Tare.
Tu Tare
Tu Tare.
Good. Ture.
Tore
Ture.
Good.
Soha.
Om Tare Tu Tare
Yep. Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha.
Ture Soha. Om Tare Tu Tare Tore
So
Soha.
Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha.
Ture Soha.
Okay, Robert, let's have you try that again, sweetie.
Om Tate Tu Tate Tu Om Suhu.
Ture Soha.
Om Tare Tu Tare. Om Tare Tu Tare. Let's try that.
Om Tate
Om Tare
Te Ture
Tare Ture.
Almost. I think you learned visually, so I'd like you to just look at it while I say it. Om Tare Tu Tare. So it's not going to be Tu Tate. More Tu Tare.
Tu Tare.
Perfect.
Okay. So it's Om Tate Tu Tate. Okay. Om Om tate.
Hold on. So not tarte.
Okay.
Just one T in the first one. Om. Let's have you do Om.
Okay. Om
And then tare.
tare.
Good. So you hear the difference between tarte and tare.
Tare.
So as a group, let's do tare 4 times together. Ready? Tare.
Tare. Tare.
Tare. Good. So if we ever want to change the sound and memorize it in our mind, our immortal mind, 4 to 6 times in a row, and you got it.
Yep.
That kind of deletes the old program and brings in the new program. Okay, so let's just do Om Tare. Ready? 4 times in a row, everybody. Om
Tare. Om Tare. Om Tare. Om Tare. Om Tare.
Beautiful.
Tare.
Beautiful. Can you feel we're shifting the energy? Just that part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Dalai Lama's onto something. Okay, so the next word is tu tare. So we have 2 parts. Tu tare. I'd like you to use your hands, everybody. Tu tare.
Tu Tare.
Tu
Tare.
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 Tu tare.
Tare.
Tu tare. So we're giving ourselves another way to learn the prayer. Ready? So we're going to go Om Tare. Tu Tare. Good. So let's do that 4 times. Om Tare.
Om Tare.
Tu
Tu Tare. Om Tare. Tu Tare.
Om
Tare. Tu Tare. Om Tare. Tu Tare.
Tare. Beautiful. Love it. Now we're going to go Om Tare Tu Tare Tu Re So Ha. Let's just do the Tu Re So Ha. Just that
Re
part.
Soha. Re Soha.
Here we go.
Tu Re Soha.
So
Tu
Ha.
Re Soha.
Re Ha.
Re
Re
so
Ha. Tu Re So Ha.
Tu Re Soha.
Beautiful.
so ha.
Good. Who would like to put it all together? Let's have each one of you try. Who wants to go first? Dion and then Lance. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Lance.
Is Dion ready?
Yeah, sure.
Go, D. I go next.
Om Tare Tu Tare Tu Re So Ha. Om Tare Tu Tare Tu Re So Ha.
One more time, Dion. I'm handing you the mic, man. Go for it.
Om
Yeah.
Tare Tu Tare Tu Re So Ha. Om Tare Tu Tare Tu Re So Ha. Om Tare Tu Tare Tu Re So Ha. Om Tare Tu Tare Tu Re So Ha.
Beautiful, Dion.
Yeah,
Wow.
I ain't know we had to sing that thing.
Nice job.
I ain't know I had to Marvin Gaye it out.
Come on.
Lance, you got a tough act to follow there.
All right, let me see.
All you have to do, what Dion did, is you have a lot of joy. So all you have to do is shake it up and add some joy and you're good.
Put that joy in that thing. All right.
Yep, go for it.
Om tare tu re so ha. Om tare tu re so ha. Om tare tu re so ha. Yeah, that's right.
Wow, beautiful. Yay, both of you. Yay. That takes courage to do the mantra. Good job, both of you. Wonderful. So Annie, I know you just joined us. So it's Om Tare Ture So. And this is the Dalai Lama's favorite mantra. And we're just learning this in honor of the 85th birthday of the Dalai Lama, which was the 14th, I believe.
Oh, awesome. It's beautiful.
Nice to have you on the call. Who'd like to go next? Thank you. Who'd like to go next? You all don't have to go, but I'd love to hear your voice. Yes, my dear.
I'll go.
Okay.
This is one of my favorite mantras for many years now. I'm going to sing it.
Okay.
Om tare ture so ha. Om tare ture so ha. Om tare ture so ha. Om tare ture so ha.
Beautiful. Thank you. Cheryl, I would be really disappointed not to hear your beautiful voice. Not to put you on the spot, my dear, but kinda.
Can you hear me okay?
I can, we can.
Okay. I just missed a call, so my sound is off now. Do you want to sing with me, huh? Got King Rhodes here.
Mr. Journell, awesome to see you on the call. How sweet.
Thank you. All right.
Om tare ture so ha. Om tare ture so ha. Om tare ture so ha.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. What a beautiful divine couple singing together. That's the best. That's better than like a chocolate milkshake with vanilla ice, with cream on top. So, but I'm thinking about food or anything. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. So who would like to chant? Who would like to chant the Tara? Jermaine. Jermaine.
Om tare tum tare to re so ha. Om tare tum tare to re so ha. Om tare tum tare to re so ha.
Beautiful. Thank you for that nice baritone voice. Got that bass in there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else like to share the mantra?
Okay, I'll go.
Thank you, Robin.
Om tare tu re so ha. Om Tare Tu Re So Ha. Om Tare Tu Re So Ha.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you.
So
Yes, Dion.
yeah, I'd just like to, I have a question and a small story. I'll just start with the story. Yesterday, a woman that I didn't spoke to for 5 or 6 years reached out to me and told me that she had a message from God, and she started singing to me. It was more like just like a frequency, and I closed my eyes and I could see a vertical line of white light, and then through the light, Kuan Yin was coming, and then today she's coming again, and I just think that's yeah, beautiful. So yeah.
So Dion, do you think you could be of service to Kuan Yin even if she's not your spiritual mother? Could she be somebody that you're in service to?
She has the biggest tattoo on my altar, so she's also in the middle. So I can always see like or sometimes see like a kind of bluish aura around the statue. And even though I don't ask or personally work with her, she always shows the compassion, I feel. Yeah.
Well, I'd like to share a story with you to just complement your story, because about 4 years ago, we found out our golden retriever had an aggressive form of cancer, and we knew the dog's soul was ready to make her transition, and everybody thinks their dog's special, but Indy was really, even Master said this dog was just exceptional. And so we did 21 nooses every day for Indy, but we also, I had my biggest statue of Kuan Yin in an altar in the living room where she was living at that point when she couldn't move the last few days. So when she did pass, we had a huge medicine Buddha Tanka on the wall, the Kuan Yin altar there. And she came to me as standing up on two legs with a big smile, but her dog face. And then she came to me 5 or 6 times over the next 42, 45 days. And the last big lucid dream I had was we were outside and Indy was on the ground. I was on a 2-story redwood deck, and Kuan Yin was standing next to me, maybe 4 or 5 feet away. And Indy was jumping up and down, like 2 stories to meet me. So I'd see these ears flapping as she was up level with the balcony and jumping up and down, and Kuan Yin next to me. And all Kuan Yin said was, I just want you to know Indy made it to the celestial world. And she telepathically said that Indy would be Indy's spiritual mother. And it was one of the most joyous dreams I've ever had, because when I saw how happy Indy was to have made it, and then a dream or 2 later, Indy showed himself as a little boy wagging his tail with his hand on my knee like a paw. So still showing the qualities of being a dog, but letting me know what he chose to be a he, even though she was a she as a dog. So if you are disappointed, some people have been disappointed their spiritual mother is not Kuan Yin because they love her so much, know that you can be of service to Kuan Yin even if she's not your spiritual mother, right? So let's just tie this back to the mantra, right? So I know the mantra is green Tara, right? But It's the Dalai Lama's favorite mantra, and he is Kuan Yin. As far as I'm concerned, he is Kuan Yin incarnate. So anytime we say a mantra, we're not saying it out here. All sounds are already inside of you. So all you're doing is activating that mantra inside of you. There's no separation. So you are activating those sounds that already reside inside of you. So I just want to be clear that you are all that powerful, that all of those sounds are already with you. It's just a question of remembering them. So whether it's the miracle prayer, the Usnisa. So I don't know, how does that feel to you? Does that feel right?
Yeah, it does.
So please tell me, we're all on the call, what is your favorite mantra or prayer? Each one of you, I would love to know. What is it?
Sorry, what was the question?
What is your favorite mantra or prayer? Today, you can change it, but today, what is your favorite mantra or prayer?
Mine's the Abraxas invocation. I don't know if that's a mantra or prayer.
That works. That works. Abraxas invocation. Thank you, Lance. Beautiful.
Hanuman Chalisa.
Ah. Thank you, Dion.
The Jade Emperor.
Okay. Great. Thank you, Robert. Who else? Don't be shy. I'd love to know. Annie.
So this is Annie. Hey guys, it's the Anabacoa for me. That's my favorite.
Wonderful. Thank you, sweetie.
Thank you.
This is Joan. Mine's is the Angel of Sanctification and the Jade Emperor. Those were the first two I learned.
Wonderful. Thank you, Joan. Thank you. Anybody else?
This is Cheryl.
Cheryl.
The Anabacoa.
All right. Wonderful.
Amatsu Norigoto.
Wonderful, Jermaine. Thank you.
This is Jernell. I like the Om mantra.
Which one's your now?
Om.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Beautiful seed syllable. Thank you.
I like the Anabacoa, and I also love the Abraxas invocation. I was just singing it before the call.
Wow. Wonderful. Thank you, both of you. Anybody else?
I like the Archangel Barakiel one.
Thank you, Robert. Rashid? Rashid? No, not there. Jaquel, how about you?
The Annabelle Court.
Okay. Okay, great. I'll throw mine in as the Usnisa today. That was the very first one I memorized, and I just love it. So the Usnisa does, I think the Anbacoke's a little bit more for healing, and the Usnisa is great for clearing not just ancestral karma, but also clairvoyance. It really helps with clairvoyance. Isn't that crazy? So, okay, great. So I have one more question to ask you. Okay. So today, just today, which god or goddess are you feeling the closest to? Just since we talked about Kuan Yin and just how we're all connected to the gods, and when she reached outer enlightenment, then she became a deity, which is amazing. But today, who do you feel the closest to? And it's okay if you say 2 or 3. I'm totally okay with that, but I'd love to know.
By seeing you.
Ra, I would say Ra and the Jade Emperor.
Okay.
I would like to say by seeing you today, Pele came to mind, and the Jade Emperor also, because I had like a memory of the Jade Emperor on Facebook today.
Okay.
The goddess Pele.
All righty. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Lance.
James.
Cheryl?
Today I've been working on the goddess Isis pillow. So I've definitely felt closest to her today. And also the Jade Emperor.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else like to share?
Yes, I feel close to the god Odin today.
Nice. Nice. Maybe, I'm just curious, Janelle, do you have the Odin medallion?
No, I don't have that one.
Okay. All right. That one might be coming to you. You never know.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right.
Anybody else?
This is Cheryl, and it would be Ra and Jade Emperor.
Wonderful. Thank you. All right. And I see Jermaine wrote Freya and Lord Odin today. So he wanted me to share that with you.
So for me, it's Ganesh and Kuan Yin.
Wonderful. And Dion, is Ganesh's birthday on the 28th of this month? Do you know? It's coming up, right?
Yeah, it's before my birthday, so it's in August probably. Yeah.
Okay, great.
So I'd like to share, it's Annie. For me, I want to say I have about 3 today. Lord Ganesh, Jade Emperor, and the goddess Isis.
Wonderful. That's quite the 3 musketeers. Thank you, Andrea.
For me today, it's Ra. Mainly because I like waking up in the morning anyways, but Ra definitely I felt close to today.
Wonderful. Thank you. Okay. Anybody else? I think we got everybody. Yeah. And for me, it's Kuan Yin, the Jade Emperor and the Jade Empress. They came in yesterday pretty strong, but I made a nice chicken and rice dish, and they really gobbled it up. And Kuan Yin got some flowers. She got some roses. So she's been on my mind and heart. So here's your homework assignment. If you choose to do it, I would like you to take one of your favorite invocations or prayers, make a copy of it, and place a glass of water on it for a week and drink the water. So if it's the Anabacoic, you can just print that up. If it's the Barakiel invocation or the Jade Emperor invocation, you can just write it out. And then just place a glass of water on top and leave it there for 24 hours. Okay, and drink the water, play with the water, cook with the water. It's, it's an easy thing to do, to take in the energy of that prayer without actually saying it. And then, yeah, I think that's just, if you choose to do it, just I wanted to throw that out there because I wanted to give you something a little fun, but something to play with that, another way of playing with sound. Because basically you're placing sound in the water, even if it's written, right? Okay, all right. Anything else anybody would like to share? Any questions, anything?
So is Tara the same being as Kuan Yin?
That's a really good question. I don't know. Kuan Yin Shi, I can tell you she has different incarnations or emanations. Like in China, Kuan Yin and a goddess Junti, I'll write it in the Junti, oops. I'll spell it. Jhunti is another incarnation of Kuan Yin. And so in China, she's known as Guan Yin and also Junti. So she has different emanations. So the monastery I go to it's like I'm not going this year, they have 3 different kinds of Buddhism together, very unusual. They have esoteric Buddhism, which is Tibetan Buddhism, Zen Buddhism, and then they have Taoism. So they actually have a large statue of Kuan Yin on their altar, even though in China it's illegal to say the Kuan Yin mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum. You can be arrested for saying it unless you are in a monastery and you're connected. It's very tricky in China. So there's 1 hour where they do chanting and prayer. And first they pray to, actually we can do it next time. It's a cleansing of 1 mantra 7 times, another mantra 7 times, and then they start the Kuan Yin mantra. And then after that, they do the Junti, which is a little bit more complex mantra. So, Dion, I really don't know. I know that Avalokita Shara in the Tibetan tradition is basically Kuan Yin, Shipusa, and that she has different emanations, and she is a servant of Amitabha or Amitabha. So when you see a statue of Amitabha, and there's 2 attendants, one of them is Kuan Yin. So, all right.
One is who?
One of them is Kuan Yin, and the other one is Manjushri. So, and they're very connected. And, you know, Kuan Yin is female in some traditions, and she's male in other traditions.
I remember I asked a question a couple of years ago. I asked Kuan Yin, let me know her incarnations, and then I got this book with a lot of deities in it. So I opened up the book like at a random page, and it had all the messiahs in there, like Krishna, had like Tammuz, had like Shango, you know what I'm saying? Like had all the messiahs that ever was like on this land, and I was like, wow, Kuan Yin. So basically, your compassion runs so deep that every messiah, every incarnation that you came in as a messiah helped save the world just because of your compassion. So I seen it kind of interchangeable from female to male as she go. But that's just something that came to me in my imagination. Ain't nothing like I read in the book, but it's something I asked her and she showed me.
Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, she's real deal. She's very, very palpable in Taiwan. Very palpable. So you can, at certain altars, you can just see that, you can just feel her and see her. She's just so taken care of there. So when you give offerings to deities, they can use that energy to help you. It's kind of like if a little kid draws you a picture, right? You don't need it, but it gives you love and fuel. And you want to give more, and that's how I look at them. So thank you, Lance. That's a great share. All right. So you all are very magical, powerful beings. Maybe you'll come up with another way to use your favorite invocation or mantra for next week. But we're going to dive a little bit deeper into the sound because it's one of my passions, and I feel like because I can't go to China, I'd like to share a couple of these things they do with you, if that's okay. Because a lot of you are connected to the East, even though you were born in the West. So, all right, wonderful. Well, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And my apologies for not being on the right channel at the beginning of the call. So yes, Jermaine.
I wanted to share my experience with Kuan Yin.
Oh, wonderful.
I had got her statue, and the night before I decided that I was going to put it on my altar, it was in spring and it snowed. Now, in her story, isn't it when she passed away, it snowed and flowers sprung up.
I believe so.
Yeah, and it the night before it snowed. It snowed. Matter of fact, where I was going, because you know I'm a truck driver, so where I was going, it was snowing. And I just said to myself, I said, I wonder if it snowed, because it wasn't supposed to snow. It was in the spring, and that was this year. And I said to myself, I wonder if it's because I'm going to put her on my altar that this is happening. I think I shared it with Cheryl. So yeah, that's an experience I had with her statue.
Wow. Well, you're powerful enough to manifest that, Jeremy. So I would agree with you.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Blessings.
All right, sweethearts. You all have a wonderful evening and early morning for you, Dion, and evening for everybody else. And just we'll be on the call next week doing a little bit more sound and maybe having another little game. Robert, I'll email you so you get your chocolates.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Have a wonderful evening.
And they are good.
Love
Thank
you
you
all.
so much. Thank
Peace
you.
to everyone.
Blessings. Love you. Love you. Love you.
Love you all.
Okay.
Bye.
Love.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye.
All right.